What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Teddy, back for another video on my YouTube channel. Now today I thought I would attempt to do a bit more of a structured deck breakdown video. So I'm going to do my best not to just ramble on and on and on and really just get the information out. So to start with, we are going to, as I said, this is going to be our Tapu Bulu Vikavolt build. This is one of a few variants that I've seen of the Tapu Bulu deck. There are other ones that play just the Lurantis GX for the energy acceleration with Flower Supply. There are some that play just the Lurantis, Baby Lurantis to get the extra damage out with Tapu Bulu, although I haven't seen much success with those. But the variant I'm going to be showing you guys today is the Strong Charge Vikavolt variant. Now, obviously, if that's the variant, Strong Charge Vikavolt is going to be playing a huge part in this deck. So Strong Charge's ability is once during your turn before you attack, you may search your deck for a Grass energy card and an Electric energy card, attach them to your Pokemon in any way you like, and then shuffle your deck. Obviously, you guys can see how important this is because on a good turn, we'll be able to get out 3, maybe more energies onto your Pokemon, depending if you have any max elixirs, anything like that, all in one turn, which is pretty incredible considering the attacks that Tapu Bulu is sporting. For 1 Grass energy, you have Horn Attack, which does a base of 30, nothing too great there. But for 2 Grass and 1 Colorless, you have Nature's Judgment. For 120, you may discard all energies from this Pokemon, and if you do, this attack does 60 more damage. So if you feel like discarding all the energies from your Tapu Bulu, you have a solid 180 right out of the bat, and that's not with any Baby Lurantis, that's not with any Choice Band, that's not with nothing. So very strong attacks, very easy to get out with that Strong Charge Vikavolt, and topped off by a really great GX attack. Tapu Wilderness GX, heal all damage from this Pokemon. Now, unfortunately, it does not remove special conditions, but taking off all the damage from Tapu Bulu is huge. If you wanted to add on maybe a Fighting Fury Belt to give him a bit more damage so he can be a bit more of a hit taker, that's it's all on you, because you can really just heal yourself with that Tapu Wilderness and just keep the battle going. Tapu Wilderness is fortunately the exact same cost as Nature's Judgment, so as soon as you get that Nature's Judgment out, you have the option of Tapu Wilderness as well. So 30 base, 120 base, possibly 180, 150 base, and heal all of your the damage counters. Nothing at all to laugh at. Going back to the Vikavolt line real quick, I'm doing 3, 2, and 2 of the Baby Vikavolt, and as you can see, the odd man out right here, we're playing one of the Vikavolt GX. Now, some of you out there are going to be like, yo, what the fuck, Teddy? Why are you playing a Vikavolt GX? No one likes that shit. No, get that garbage out of here. And I'm just chilling here like, nah, listen to me real quick. So we got Charge Beam over here. Base 50. 1 energy attack with base 50 really, again, is nothing too bad. But its ability in that attack is really where it gains a spot in the deck. You get to attach an energy card from your discard pile to this Pokemon. Now, this is extremely important. If you have 1, maybe 2 Tapu Bulu, or maybe a Grubbin or a Vikavolt that had just way too many energies attached, or maybe you Sycamored too much, maybe you Ultra Balled too much, whatever the situation may be, if you have too many energy in your discard pile, Strong Charge isn't going to do you any good at all. If you have all of your lightning energy in your discard pile, you're only going to be able to attach one energy per Strong Charge. If you have all your grass in your discard pile, you're only going to be able to do 1 from Strong Charge. So you're going to want energies in your deck at all times, and that's where both this Charge Beam, well, Charge Beam is basically just, an elixir for this Pokemon. But on the topic of getting your energies back, where are we? Trainers. Let me just show you something really here, guys. I know we're kind of going out of structure, but I'm just... Brock's Grit. I never run this card, but it is really fantastic in this deck. Shuffle 6 in any combination of Pokemon and basic energy cards from your discard pile into your deck. Obviously, you can see the importance of this card. After 2 of your Bulu get sent into the discard pile, obviously you're down on Bulu, you're down on energies. Excuse me. If you've been using Land's Judgment to send all of your energies to this card, you're going to need to put them back in your deck somehow. That's where Brock's Grit comes into play. Really fantastic card. I think it's, I'm pretty sure, oh no, it's one of two one-ofs that I have in this deck as a supporter. But we'll go through the supporters now. Supporters and trainers. So we're going to start off with the one of the field blower, just for your basic field blowing needs. We have 2 level balls. Level balls are really important in this deck to be able to get out your Charger Bug and your Grubbin. If for whatever reason you can't find your rare candies, or if you can't, if you're item locked for whatever reason, that's why we are playing the 2 copies of the Charger Bug, just so we're not completely relying on rare candies, which we have here, to evolve our Grubbin into the Vikavolt that we need. So obviously we are playing the 3 copies of the rare candy. Very important for any stage 2 deck. You're really going to want to play as many rare candies as possible, but 3 is really, I find, all that I need. We have the 2 switches. Switch conditions are decently important in this game. You do not, in this deck, you do not want to get caught with your legs, pants around your legs with a Lysander, because if they Lysander in that Vikavolt, you're really going to be in hot water. Trainer's Mail, we're running 3 of, just so we can accelerate the trainers in the deck. You guys obviously know what Trainer's Mail does. We have our 3 Ultra Balls. Again, another reason we should have that Brock's Grit in there in case we need to sacrifice any important cards for that Ultra Ball search. Now, I'm only running 3 of the Versus Seekers because I only have 2 one-ofs, and they're really not... You don't encounter them in every battle. So the Versus Seekers would really only be used in cases of me trying to get back draw support, or maybe if Brock's Grit was already used and I need to get him back again because I discarded too many energies. For our stadiums, we're going to be using the Ether Paradise... I'm going to say Ether. I'm probably butchering that name, but I butcher every Pokemon name. Ether Paradise Conservation Area. Basic Grass and Electric Pokemon, both you and your opponents, take 30 less damage from your opponent's attacks. So unfortunately, Vikavolt does not fall under that category. However, Grubbin does, and so does Tapu Bulu. So we are going to be able to take a decent amount of shots with, well, not a decent amount more shots, I should say, with this Ether Paradise Conservation Area out. The Brock's Grit, for reasons that I have explained already. We have our one-of Hex Maniac. Hex Maniac is so bittersweet in this deck. God, do I love this card because it really helps for everything. It helps you get around item locks, helps you get around Tapu Lele. It even helps you get around Strong Charge Vikavolt if you're playing against it. However, one of the biggest counters in this deck that I have found is your ability lock Garbodor. If you can't use your Strong Charge, everything Grubbin, Vikavolt, and Charger Bug related is completely dead draws at that point. If your ability locked, you're screwed. I personally am not good enough to learn how to play around it with the deck build that I have right now, and I'm not really one of those fucking deck building gurus. So I'm gonna rely on you guys to give me some pointers to maybe help me beat those ability lock Garbodors, because those are pissing me off at this point. I've strayed away at this point from the 2-3-4 Lysander and Sycamore combination, which is pretty standard in most decks nowadays. So I am running the 2-3-3 because I don't need as much draw support as I do in other decks, because you have a lot of search abilities in this deck, and you really just don't need to refresh your hand as much as other decks. Choice bands are also really important if you want to hit for that 210 with Land's Judgment and get that one-hit knockout on things like Lurantis, anything else with that 210 HP. Very, very important. One Floatstone also helps out a lot more than you may think. It's very helpful for those switch conditions. If you're really banking on one Vikavolt throughout the entire battle, and that's the only Vikavolt you have, attaching that Floatstone is not bad. If you get Lysandered, if you can survive that hit that you get Lysandered into, you're allowed to just free retreat back into it, and you're golden at that point. I am running 8 Grass Energy and 4 Electric Energy. As I test more with this deck, I may take away one of the Grass and add it to the Electric, because as I said before, unfortunately you have to search for 1 and 1. So even though you need more of the Grass Energies for Tapu Bulu, you still need a decently even combination, just because you need to search for 1 and 1 on the Strong Charge. So now that you guys have seen the deck, let's go into the verses and see if we can find a willing participant, because nobody on Twitter wants to actually battle me. I can understand that. It's kind of early. You guys are losers, though. Oh, God. Okay, guys. So, as I was talking shit about people on Twitter, because nobody wants to battle me on TCG, talking about you, Rob. Yeah, I know I didn't post that video that we had, that battle. I don't think you did either, though, so eat my ass. We found my buddy, Hi, I'm Sinister, a.k.a. Tom. I'm going to be calling him Tom just because that's how I know him. Excuse me. We actually did one battle before this, but my first two turns were such dead draws that he literally beat me in the first two turns because I couldn't set up any Pokemon and he one-shotted both of them. So, kudos to him on that. I unfortunately would like to show you guys a little bit more how the deck works and not how it just gets destroyed. Oh, but he's mulliganing as fuck right now, so that's not fun. I mean, it will give you guys a better idea on what to... Oh my god, another mulligan. For those of you who don't know what he's running at this point with all those types in there, he is running Toxapex. Oh my god. He's running Toxapex GX with a secondary attacker as Garbodor. Oh, there we go. Secondary attacker was Garbodor, and, excuse me, he also uses Fliptini as support for that Spike Cannon. So he's starting out with a Marini, and he also has his Trubbish on the bench. Good starting for him. This is definitely how he likes to start his battles. For those of you who don't know, Toxapex is actually decently good if you can get your 3 energy onto him. So he's got the setup Shaman. He's got not too much as of right now. Alter the Moon's going to be going away in a second because I have the Ether Conservation Paradise. That's last game he actually used Lily first turn as well, which is weird. Wish I had that kind of luck. So I'm thinking, what should I do first? Depending on what I draw, definitely going to put the one... Oh, that's awesome. If he can't evolve... Well, he can't evolve Marini. So it is going to be a one-hit knockout because of the 30 plus weakness, which is really going to screw over his deck. Also not going to give you a very good idea of how the deck runs, but you'll see. We'll attach R1. We'll go with the Ether Conservation Paradise. And there's really not much else I can do at this point in time. So what I think I'm going to start out with right now is I'm going to go with the Hex Maniac to restrict him on his abilities. We're going to attack with Horn Attack to take him out because of the weakness. And that's a good start to our battle, I guess. Even though I have like nothing I could work with right now. That Sycamore didn't help me because I'm damn well not discarding everything that I have in my hand right now. This is going to be an interesting battle. This deck is not very fast with the way that I built it, unfortunately. I have not really gotten too good at making speed builds, so I may need you guys to give me, you know, a few pointers, shit like that. I don't have anything in my discard pile, so even if he did attack with Trashalanche, it would not matter. Now my biggest problem is, do I want to wait out and just attach the energies manually, or do I want to try? I don't know. It's really risky if I were to Sycamore right now, because if I were to Sycamore right now, I don't know, man. I don't think that's in the cards. I really don't. Yeah, I'm not even going to bother with that. So you know what we are going to do is we're going to Lysander in the Shaman, attack the Shaman, set it up for the next KO, even though it would have been a one-shot anyway. And, excuse me, we'll take 2 prize cards instead of 1 next turn, unless he switches out. So by next turn, we'll have the ability to set up our Nature's Judgment, which is pretty cool. Big fan of that. This man's got a lot of cards in his hand. I'm surprised neither of us have drawn an N yet. That's a little shocking to me. Okay, I see you with the bursting balloon. And I also see you with the floatstone with the guard motor. Alright, so here's what's going to happen. Since Bulu is decently set up right now, I really don't have to worry about too much. I am going to use the Sycamore, try to get myself something else here, go with the Ultra Ball, go with N and an energy, grab the Grubbin, and now we're finally able to set our Grubbin up. Now, I would take 60 if I attacked right now, and I have 1, 2... You know what? I'm just going to attack. I really don't have much to worry about right here, so we're going to go with the Nature's Judgment. We're not going to take off any of the energy, so it's going to do base 120, but since I have that, excuse me, the Choice Band, it's going to do the 150. That Level Ball and the Trainer's Mail are going to help if I can somehow, with the Trainer's Mail, grab an Ultra Ball. I'm going to be really set, because in that case, I will be able to get rid of 2 of my cards, use the Ultra Ball, and put on the, what's it called, the Vikavolt, and set up my other Bulu. I feel bad, because last game, he absolutely wrecked me. I want to blame it on my terrible draws, but you know, it's probably just I'm trash. So because of the conservation shit, yeah, because of the After Paradise conservation, he only did 10 to us, which is cool. This is really not going to go too well in my, for me. Let's see, should I Lily? You know what, let's try it. Let's try to switch for Lily. Search my deck for a supporter. I'm going to go with the Sycamore. We'll evolve Grubbin into Charjabug. And then pray. Now, you know what? Since we have it here and there's no reason not to do it, I'm also going to take another Grubbin, put it on the bench just in case we have the ability to take out our Vikavolt GX. Alright, so we did get the Floatstone. Floatstone is really important in this situation right here. I'm not going to say no to that. We're going to do the retreat, put out Bulu, attack with Bulu. Just as a precaution, I am going to use Tapu Wilderness. Just because if he takes out something that can swing for 120 quickly, I don't want to take that KO because it will be decently annoying to deal with. This also is not a good showcase of what Tom's deck can do. If he has the appropriate energies for the total shelter and everything like that, like it's a very threatening deck. So we've got, oh no, the Crushing Hammer. That's okay though. He's got the Crushing Hammer. Excuse me. Excuse me. So he will be able to take away one of my energies, although I also will be able to set up next turn. Set up very well next turn, actually. So my biggest problem is that he's going to get the third energy, and he next turn he will probably be able to do Total Shelter GX. Total Shelter is not going to be anything fun for me by any means. Oh shit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no. Oh no, Fliptini! Oh no! Fuck that Fliptini, bro. Honestly. Although Ether Conservation Paradise really helped me there. We use my Ultra Ball, take away the Trainer's Mail and the Ultra Ball because at this point I really don't need them. And look at that, I have no Vikavolt at all. Wow, you really think that'd be something I would have looked into a bit more? Well, shit, man. What the fuck? Ah, I should run more than 2. This is one of those situations. Oh, man. Alright, well, this is not going to work out too well for me. Let's go. Oh, my God. This really just turned so south. We'll go with the Shaman for 2. Hope for something good here. Nothing good here. This is a fucking issue. This doesn't help me. How can I hit for KO? 210 plus... Oh, I can't hit for KO. Hold on. Oh, I can't hit for KO. I totally forgot about my choice band. Okay, so you guys can see it here. This is where Land's Judgment really comes into play with the veritable one-hit knockout on all 210 GXs. That was definitely something else, man. That had me shook a little bit for that battle. Well, GG Tom, I appreciate you coming out. We know that you could do a lot better against me, so that I really just came in pretty lucky there. So everybody who came out to watch, thank you very much. Anybody who likes the deck, please feel free to ask me any questions. And anybody who knows more about the deck than I do, because I really don't know much, please leave a comment, leave a like, leave anything, and let me know how I can just make this deck a little bit better, because I need to. So thank you very much, everybody, and have a good one.